I need help determining how far I want to go with this. Is dressing enough? Do I want to take tea, etc.? This is the purpose of a therapist. Not everybody needs a therapist to determine these things. Some of it can be done through introspective thinking. But I will caution you that deep introspective thinking can be intense. Not to say that it's not necessary, but it can be an intense ride. You may find things you didn't know, or things you maybe didn't want to admit, or things that scare you, or things that make you happy. You just need to know that it could be pretty intense. Once you either, go through a therapist or, think things through on your own or some combination thereof, and you come to a decision, take action accordingly. A lot of people not ask me so much as present the concern to me that no matter how long they're on T or how many surgeries they have, their body and their minds will never line up. How do you deal with it? Once again, this is a really good place for a therapist, especially one well trained in dealing with trans people. They know how to walk you through and get you to a point where you can at least deal with this. Now, the upside to that is that in my own experience, every step I take it makes me more okay with my body by leaps and bounds. Now, the disclaimer to that is that shortly after every step I've taken, I've experienced a short bit of afterglow from, the elation of having taken that step. For example, I had surgery and I was feeling great, and then about a month or two later, dysphoria was gnarly. It was stomping up on me something real fierce. But that only lasted for a couple of weeks, and then I ended up back higher than I was before surgery. So it's a roller coaster ride. And each peak is higher and each trough is not as low. So, yeah. Roller coaster ride is about the best way I can put that. I get asked a lot, what about my religion? Religion is a very personal experience. It's something that you're going to have to rectify with yourself and decide for yourself. I've seen a lot of interesting things go on in the religion category. I've seen the super religious go to being completely non-believing, unreligious. I've seen, obviously those who are super religious stay super religious. I've seen the slightly religious becoming, going either way, becoming really, really religious or way less religious. And I've even seen those who were non-religious go anywhere from, slightly religious to way up there, born again, whatever they call themselves. It's pretty wild, but it is something that has to be rectified with yourself. I had to do it, and anybody who is remotely religious does have to rectify that with yourself. Possibly go talk to your father. I'm Catholic. I guess it would be your preacher, pastor, whatever, for the more Protestant religions. That's all I got for you on that one. What are some of the resources outside of the internet that can help trans guys early on? Now, the answer to this is going to depend largely upon where you live. If you live in a larger city, it's very likely that they have some sort of LGBTQ resource center. I know Dallas has one, Austin has one. Most of the major cities that I'm aware of have one. So seek that out. If you don't live in a major city, perhaps call the one in the nearest major city. And a lot of these LGBTQ resource centers will have meetings or support groups or social groups for trans guys